Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your last post-presidential debate stimulus update for 2020. In this video, President Donald Trump said during last night's debate that he can't get the next disaster relief package passed to disperse much-needed funds to the American people because House Speaker Nancy Patricia Pelosi is breaking up the deal because she thinks that she will win some sort of major political victory if she blocks passing the next round of stimulus until after November 3rd, until after Election Day. That's why he believes and contends that the GOP will win back the U.S. House of Representatives after this election. He repeated that House Speaker Nancy Pelosi believes that by blocking passage of the next round of stimulus until after the elections, that inaction actually helps her politically, while he believes that it hurts her politically. Then, former Vice President and Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden responded by citing that Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has gone on record to state that he cannot get the votes to pass a stimulus bill in the upper chamber of Congress in the Senate. Then, President Donald Trump responded by saying that as long as the administration and Democrats cut a deal for the next round of stimulus, the Senate Republicans will go along with it and pass a bill in the upper chamber of Congress in the Senate. Then, Kristen Welker, the moderator of the last presidential debate of the 2020 election, told former Vice President and Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden that you are the leader of the Democratic Party. Why haven't you pressured Democrats to get stimulus to the American people? Then former Vice President Joe Biden stated that the Democrats passed the HEROES Act back in the summer. It's already out there. It's not new. And he cited that when he managed the $800 billion Recovery Act, he disbursed $145 billion to state and local governments to prevent layoffs of frontline workers, of first responders, of police officers, of firefighters. However, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell stated, let them go bankrupt. He stated the administration and Senate Republicans do not want to cough up the money. Then President Donald Trump responded by stating that he does not approve of the HEROES Act because it is packaged with bailouts for high crime and poorly run cities that are run by Democrat politicians. And that's why he's not backing it. And he's not backing it because it also has money for undocumented immigrants, and that'll allow for a number of people to pour in this country. And although he wants to help them, he can't have that. However, the main reason is that because it's going to bail out poorly managed Democrat cities. Then, former Vice President and Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden responded by saying that he is running as a proud Democrat. However, if he is elected as president, he will be an American president. And he does not see red states, he does not see blue states. He simply sees American and the United States. He stated that the founding fathers were wise in allowing that the federal government perform deficit spending in order to help states balance their budgets to prevent layoffs and the layoffs of essential frontline workers, of first responders, of police officers, of firefighters, of teachers will happen in red states and in blue states. And he will also ensure that he bails out businesses. 1 in 6 businesses have shuttered, and he will ensure that he provides the funding and that programs like the Paycheck Protection Program loan will be used so businesses and schools will be able to open their doors safely with the proper spacing, the proper distancing, and the proper ventilation systems in order to open the economy and open schools safely, as House Speaker Nancy Pelosi had said several times during her letters to her Democratic colleagues. Good morning. Welcome to October 23rd, 2020. Today is the 95th day since negotiations began for the next disaster relief package back in July. During a Thursday afternoon phone call, reportedly, House Speaker Nancy Patricia Pelosi told Democratic leadership that Democrat lawmakers would not vote for a stimulus bill before Election Day unless Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell would commit to putting the bill up for a vote on the Senate floor. This is the insight that has been driving House Speaker Nancy Pelosi in these final days before Election Day. Yesterday was the first day all week that Speaker Pelosi, Deputy Chief of Staff Drew Hamill, did not write on Twitter outlining the details of the talks that she had scheduled with Treasury Secretary Mnuchin to continue negotiations for the next round of stimulus. Senate Republicans are angry with Treasury Secretary Terner Mnuchin because they believe that he is compromising with House Speaker Nancy Pelosi to terms to which several Republicans do not agree, according to sources familiar with the matter who spoke on conditions of anonymity to be able to disclose details and developments in the talks. As you very well know, the latest administration's offer is at around $1.88 trillion, roughly $1.9 trillion, which is too much for several Republicans to swallow. This offer also includes $300 billion for state and local governments, which is a poison pill for many GOP members of the upper chamber of Congress. Treasury Secretary Terner Mnuchin has agreed to reducing payments to farmers so Democrats can buy food boxes. He has also opened up the possibility to funnel more money to state governments and localities by paying for community development block grants that Democrat lawmakers have been eagerly seeking, according to a GOP Senate aide. Treasury Secretary Mnuchin negotiates harder with his own side than he does with her, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. And members on this side are sick of it, according to the GOP aide. The GOP aide added that Senate Republicans have reached a boiling point with him because he keeps giving and he gets nothing back, according to another Senate GOP aide. Treasury Secretary Mnuchin, Senate Republicans believe that he is giving away the store. However, Senate Republicans are frustrated, yet they are not surprised. Nonetheless, the idea that the GOP conference will go with whatever bad deal that Treasury Secretary Terner Mnuchin cuts with House Speaker Nancy Patricia Pelosi is unrealistic. A spokeswoman representing the office of Treasury Secretary Mnuchin's office had no comment. These complaints come as House Speaker Nancy Pelosi reports progress in negotiations, as she did during yesterday's press briefing. She stated that the administration has agreed to more health provisions to allow for better contact tracing, a better national plan for contact tracing, testing, containment, treatment, ventilation, separation, etc. And as she stated on Joe Madison's show on Sirius XM radio earlier this week, that she believes that President Donald Trump is the one that needs this legislation desperately in less than 2 weeks before Election Day, that he is desperate to get those checks with his name on it in the pockets of the American people. And that said, Democrats have the leverage in these negotiations. National Economic Council Director Larry Kudlow told Stuart Varney on Varney & Co. on Fox Business News that the two main stumbling blocks that remain that stop negotiations or slowing down negotiations for the next round of stimulus are: one, money for state and local governments, and business liability protections. National Economic Council Director Larry Kudlow reported that the president does not want to bail out poorly run, poorly managed states, whether they are red, blue, or otherwise. He also stated that Democrats want money for health provisions. They will also want money for illegal immigrants, and they want money that does not help the economy or provide for virus safety. Therefore, he contended that Democrats have to significantly update the HEROES Act. And although everybody is optimistic, there are still obstacles that both sides have to get through in order to pass a bill before Election Day. Then, Stuart Varney contended that both sides appear to be very apart. So he went out and asked Director Kudlow, do you think that the federal government will be able to pass a stimulus bill before Election Day? Director Kudlow stated that the clock is ticking, that the process of getting legislative agreement to getting votes in both houses of Congress, in the lower chamber, the U.S. House of Representatives, and the upper chamber, the U.S. Senate, and getting committees to put the legislation on print is a long process. And as you very well know, probably a lot better than me now, as per my previous videos that I upload day in and day out, you know that Treasury Secretary Mnuchin and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi have tasked committee chairs to start to put whatever potential deal that both negotiators may ultimately cut into legislative language. That said, first off, for my EIDLers that have been rocking with me from the jump, it is time to contact the sbc.senate.gov. That is the U.S. Senate Committee on Small Business and Entrepreneurship at sbc.senate.gov. There's a contact form. There's actually a button which reads, post your feedback in regards with dealing with the Small Business Administration requesting disaster recovery assistance. Go ahead and let them know that you want your $10,000 economic injury disaster loan grant pursuant to S.4227 and your SBA Lifeline grant, the lesser of $50,000 or 6 months of working capital minus cost of goods sold. And if you have to contact your elected officials to let them know that you need your next round of stimulus checks or enhanced unemployment insurance payments at $500, $600, $700, whatever amount that you need, you can go ahead and find them at usa.gov/elected-officials. Let me know what you think. Drop your comments in the comment section below. Watch this video right here for more stimulus coverage. Click the like button if you like the video. Click the subscribe button and click the bell notification to stay on top of my findings when I upload them. May God bless you. May God bless the United States of America and everybody else on this planet. Talk soon.